Hello everyone, this is Maurizio, editor-in-chief of Power Electronics News, and I am here at Apec 2025 showing in Atlanta, and I have the pleasure to be here with my colleague Alia Shokat, editor of EDN.
Yes,
Hi
thank you.
Alia, how are you?
Hi, Maurizio. I'm good.
Good. So, last day at APEC, so almost finished. So let's do a recap about this conference, this great conference. So a lot of
Yeah.
topics.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
during the plenary, so I have heard different topics. I liked also the talk where the speaker mentioned different technology evolving during the years. So I like to remember. So during the 1986, the first APEC. Today, in these days, we enjoyed 40 years of this APEC. So for example, in 1986, I looking at the technology. So magnetic amplifier. So the first power MOSFET at 800 volt during that year, and so on. So what about you, Leah, during these days?
Yes. There's of course a lot about powering data centers with the AI boom. All the way from the power grid down to the core.
Yep.
The power supply units, the battery backup units, the intermediate bus converters, and of course, powering the core. And there was a lot of pretty interesting technologies, kind of highlighting these, solutions. Infineon
Yeah.
had their vertical power modules. And they moved up from their first generation to now their third,
Yep.
which achieved 2 amps per millimeter squared. So that's a lot. In the case of high power GPUs like the Nvidia Blackwell, that's needs 1.2
Yeah.
kilovolts
So-
kilowatts.
A lot of application in
Yes,
terms of
sorry.
data center
Yeah,
in particular, yeah.
yeah.
And also electric vehicle. So I have seen different onboard charger, GaN based and silicon carbide as well based.
Yeah.
This battle, if we can say battle between GaN and silicon carbide. So during the debate yesterday, we collected different topics. So the packaging, for example, is one of the main topic, right?
Yeah, there was a lot about the silicon carbide packaging and moving forward from, quote unquote archaic packaging that was, kind of more geared towards silicon tech to stuff with much less parasitic inductance. There was a lot on moving forward with silicon carbide in that way. Yeah.
Yeah, also during the plenary, there was a talk by Infineon, Thomas Neuer. He mentioned the cost in terms of silicon carbide, in terms of GaN, in terms of silicon. So we need both. We need all technologies. So the cost is going down. So we can see more in terms of application. GaN, for example, humanoid for motor control. We have seen EPC, so with different robot, a dog robot
Yes,
as well.
There was that dog.
Yeah.
Speaking of GaN, on the talk, the GaN versus silicon carbide talk that you hosted.
Yeah.
There was, of course, the monolithic integration of GaN.
Yeah, I was
being a
talking also with the different speakers. So GaN now, GaN on silicon, the cost effectiveness is the main for the cost effectiveness is the main substrate. We should see more in terms of improvement for the substrate that would permit GaN to go higher in terms of voltage and to compete with silicon carbide. So let's see. So in terms of other news.
Well, there was Power Integrations release of the TinySwitch-5, and which is big news considering the TinySwitch line is incredibly popular.
Silicon based.
Yes, silicon based. Yes, but it achieves a 92% efficiency.
Yeah, I think
believe.
yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
for light loads, and so that decreases the power consumption of standby power.
Yeah. So also, I I met Microchip. They are introducing a new reference design for e-bike, so e-mobility. We are talking. Also on semi improvements, a new silicon carbide module where they demonstrated so a big advantage compared to IGBT in terms of heat sink, 12 times more or less, but also Nexperia, so new GaN FETs in the portfolio. So Nexperia is having different components: silicon, GaN, E-mode, cascode, and silicon carbide as well. They started 2 years ago, 1 year ago with silicon carbide, and so on.
And there's the bidirectional switch from
Good point.
Navitas, and they're I guess they take advantage of the inherent bidirectionality of GaN, and so it creates a lot of space savings for AC to DC conversion. The typical 2-stage is now turned into one, where they displayed onboard chargers and micro inverters and the potential space savings there.
Okay, I know that you got an interview with Mike Hanger at QSPICE. So tell me.
Yeah. So the interview with Mike went great. There's a lot of benefits of using QSPICE over LT-SPICE, including the mixed mode simulation, so digital, and analog.
Good.
And he's created some pretty robust models for JFETs and diodes and MOSFETs.
Yeah, indeed. And we posted a couple of articles, a series about QSPICE on powerelectronicsnews.com, so you can check for more information. Okay, with that, so the next is PCIM.
Yes.
Okay, the next power conference. So stay in touch, talk soon, and so stay in touch on powerelectronicnews.com and edn.com for more information, our reports, and so on. Thank you, Aliyah.
Thank you.
Stay in touch.
Thank you.
Thank you.